So you've both been very involved in the CUNA councils for a long time. What benefit has it brought to you personally, and what benefit have you found that it's brought to the credit union movement overall?
Well, I got involved in the councils back in 2000 when there were about 2,800 members for the council. Today is 8,000. And, had the pleasure of serving as chair of Sales and Ops Council, and then, the council forum, and then a group of us started the CEO Council a few years ago. So I'm a council product, if you will. Right? And what I'm really proud of is Royce, who's now the new chair of the Marketing Council, and has been so involved in the councils. From my vantage point, our credit union gets stronger, and we have, by the way, representation in all the councils from the credit union. I think we just get stronger because we get smarter. When we come to an environment like this, where there's 700 professionals. How many are we?
A little over like 550 today.
550 today. So 500 participants. You have an opportunity to learn from their experiences and share experiences, and we can get smarter. So I think it's been invaluable to us from every dimension.
Absolutely. With the learnings that we have, there's so many brilliant people on here, and we heard that amazing panel, and they all came up through councils. And when we think about the EC and moving on, we share, we learn, which is what makes us unique. Nader was right. We don't compete against each other, and sometimes we forget that. But there's things that we bring back, and the beautiful part about councils to me is my peers, they don't have to be from big organizations, small organizations. It doesn't matter, because there's so much amazing work happening. And so really, this is like a forum for me to just absorb it all and learn it.
Actually on that note, there's a big range of credit unions here, small to very large. And some of the best ideas come from the small credit unions. And part of the reason is they don't have the barriers, organizational barriers, bureaucracy, those kind of things. And they can be a lot more free-flowing in their thinking. And I think that that's something that I think we learn, every time we're exposed to it.
Mm-hmm. What's one or two ideas that have really resonated that you've talked about during this year's conference?
Well, I mean, this whole issue of social impact. I think the part that you set up pretty nicely this morning with Gigi Highland and with our friend in awareness, Chris. That's been great because it talks about how credit unions as a whole can make a presence in the consumer's mind about us being for financial wellness and being a advisor, a counselor, a supporter for them having a better life. I think that's really important. It's really powerful, and I think that through you guys, the council leadership, as you've choreographed this whole thing, bringing all these marketers who have such a big voice, not only in their credit union but in their markets, and coming in uniformly or as uniform as possible can get, that we can basically talk about the issue, our value proposition in consistent manner. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And then the strength of this particular session, and then bringing out those experts like GJ and Chris and Mike, is to get us to think about it a little bit differently. I think one of them said, don't just put it on your website, and that's financial education. But how do we think about getting it out there, the words we use, engaging with the members, the ones that actually need it? And then to have the support of Naders and all the other CEOs out here who repeated that same, the importance of it, the stress of it. I think putting it all together, that's the message that we're getting now, is like, hey, this is real. This is movement stuff. Let's not lose that.